Deep down, we crave the same things: a sense of peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, a joy that lasts, and the capacity to truly love the people in our lives. But the way we pursue that peace is exhausting. We rely on self-effort, using sheer willpower to fix our flaws and force our own progress. The problem with willpower is that it's a finite resource. When it inevitably runs out, we're left with a cycle of self-blame, convinced that we simply didn't try hard enough. This burnout isn't a lack of discipline. It is evidence that we are trying to operate using a mechanism that wasn't built to sustain that kind of pressure. You can see this in a cracked funnel. We pour energy into the top to stay full, but it leaks. The friction happens because we treat our effort as the source to generate the flow, and the structural stress breaks us. But consider a different possibility. What if you weren't designed to be the source, but simply the clear channel through which something else moves? Finding true freedom begins with a single realization. As long as we are trying to be our own source, we will never be able to stop the leaks. This is the functional design we were intended for, the clean fountain. Jesus demonstrated how this works. He never claimed to be the source of his own power, but lived as a fountain, letting the Father's life flow effortlessly up and out through him. Moving into this way of living requires a total departure from the fixing mindset. We have to stop trying to patch the funnel. When we accept our position as a channel, the responsibility for the outcome shifts. We no longer have to manufacture the power to change. We simply allow it to move through us. Real spiritual strength has nothing to do with human striving. It is the natural result of receiving a love that doesn't depend on our performance. If there is any work on our part, it is simply the choice to agree. It's a yes of the will that stops the resistance. The moment we stop trying to handle it ourselves, the Holy Spirit is authorized to intervene. He begins the internal restructuring that we could never achieve through willpower. This feels like a deep physical sense of relief. The old, heavy identity shaped by trying harder just falls away, replaced by a quiet, steady peace. While we remain in this state of rest, the Spirit is active, writing a new way of thinking directly into our hearts. We finally change, not because we forced it, but because we finally yield it to the only power capable of doing the work. But a fountain doesn't just fill itself, it saturates the ground around it. This internal rest has to show up on a Monday morning. This is what it means to be a kingdom operator. You become a functional conduit for divine life in the middle of a very human world. Because this life comes from an infinite source, it flows naturally into every area we touch: our spiritual communion, our social relationships, our finances, and how we use our authority. This is where the inner rest becomes a practical tool. When work gets stressful, you aren't digging into your own empty tank for a solution. You are letting a divine creativity and calm flow through you to the problem. Your daily tasks are no longer a performance to survive the week. They are a continuous opportunity to deliver Abba Father's love to the environment around you. The ultimate result is a community that feels different. Love starts to move naturally between neighbors and throughout the city because the source isn't human. You aren't a consumer struggling to stay afloat anymore. You are a provider of life, exactly as you were designed to be. You can stop striving today. Accept the love that's already yours and give God your yes. True freedom isn't found in getting better at self-effort. It's found in stepping out of the way and letting the Holy Spirit move through you.